Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, Ikue. It's Thursday and it's Boxing Day and it's Step 5 day. Hope you guys having a great day or morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. How you guys feeling today? It's a Boxing Day in North America, so people are maybe in a shopping mode. Yeah, it's whatever you buy or whatever you're called to, yeah, it's all good. How you guys feeling today? Did you guys have a great Christmas or the holiday season? Maybe you're still in the mood not to work. I think we're really taking this time to rest and recharge so that when you go back to the work and you get to just enjoy yourself and maybe more grounded and maybe more aware of a lot of things. It's things are very different. I think each culture has its own celebration. Some people celebrate Hanukkah, some people are Christmas. I grew up, born and raised in Japan, so Christmas was very different. So yeah, I'll tell you more about it. But how you guys feeling today? I woke up feeling, when I just woke up and it's like my mind is not awake, all that state, and then I I felt like maybe 10 minutes in my bed, like I'm awake, but I'm not getting up, and I just I feel lighter. That's the mood that I had today. And I'm doing the celery juice cleanse with a 28-day supplement protocol. So, and I'm vlogging, so I'm videotaping myself for my progress. And I just yeah, I notice overall, my body it's changing. I'm craving more enzymes and craving like apples. I love eating apples. I like here right there, and I love eating oranges. And so yeah, those are the change. I still eat, and I have some sweet, I have some protein, all of that, but I'm keep tracking of my progress. Yeah. So step 5 today, right now, step 5, but I think it's gonna change very soon. It's a little bit confusing, but before I read, let's ground ourselves. So I just put organic essential oils from Essential Oil Wizardry. If you guys are interested, if you can go to humangarage.net, it's one of our partners. And I was thinking of actually using 3 oils. This is like 7 chakra series, and I have roots, sacral, and heart. I feel like these are really gonna help me today. So I'm gonna start with the root chakra, and it smells very woody. Yeah. So I'm gonna put a little bit of drop here. It doesn't have to be a lot. You guys like essential oils? I love essential oils. I have a huge collection, but it's like when I say huge collection, like if you're spiritual, I think you own a lot of oils. So I can't, I'm not sure if I have the most. I don't think so. I'm just gonna smell like this. Ah, and I go. And it's a root chakra, so I actually go around my hips and around the legs and top of my head. Good morning, everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy Boxing Day. So I just put the root chakra. Okay, that felt good. So these oils are super powerful. If you use it like multiple oils, you started to get lightheaded. Wow, I feel a difference. Like root chakra help me remove some of that tension from my back. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go into sacral chakra. And sacral chakra is this one is interesting because it has a blue color. And yeah, who doesn't love the sacral chakra? It's a creative center, right? And yesterday I was lying on the floor working on my belly button, squeeze, and I have this bowl from, like in medicine bowl, like from Makalu, that's on one of the Human Garage partners, but I put that on the floor and I lie on it and I hit the right spot that it was so strong to the point that I was lying down, my head is down, and I started to have like sensation around my sacral chakra, and then like the pulsing sensation. And I was like, wow, that was interesting. And I started to have a sensation, like tingly, crazy, like numbing sensation on my right leg. And then almost to the point that it's like, it wanted to give me a cramp. So I'm like, keep moving my legs, like lying down. It's like, okay, what's going on? And yeah, that was a huge release. If you're doing everything right, like you are athletic, you move your body, you do yoga, all that, fascia maneuvers, maybe, and then if you have some issues, digestive issues especially, maybe time for you to explore belly button work. I'm gonna be posting this lying down and then how I did it. So that'll be fun. I'm feeling this small sacral chakra go around my creative center. On my journey, I have some fear, guilt around sacral chakra, maybe culturally passed down, but also I do carry some of that from past life, I've been told. Something that I've been dealing with for a very long time. And sacral chakra is a creative center, right? It's not just about the sexual activities. And if your sacral chakra is closed and you tend to go into depression, because the depression comes from our gut and close to sacral chakra. And so all of that, something to think about. I've been thinking about, sacral chakra a lot. I just felt my eyes got loosened up with this oil. Okay, I'm gonna go into heart chakra. And I think life is all about unwinding who you are not, letting go of the idea of who you are not, so that you can be who you are. I put the heart chakra oil. Create a lot of heat. And smell. For anything, you need to open your heart. So heart chakra, thank you. Okay. So I feel a lot more grounded. Feel a little tension here in the face. I'm just like scanning my body. Yeah, it's all about, at the end of it, it's all about feeling your body, sensation, and pay attention. Our body is speaking to us. And this is how I will say, like taking care of myself and taking care of my emotions and, feeling my own needs on my body and inner child, all of that. Okay. I feel good. Okay, so I'm going to read some of the messages from Sears Joy, and let's talk about it. So today is step 5. I decide mindfulness. The mind is a ruling state of awareness today. You may have a propensity. What is that? Propensity to overthink things. Try to sit back and use the mind to observe. In the greater scheme of things, you're committing to a new attitude about yourself. It's time to adopt mental assumption about yourself and remove any prejudice or negative thinking. With the moon in Scorpio, your feelings are in a great place to grade where the exact line is. For instance, if you're thinking of 2 possible words to describe yourself, choose the words that feels the most authentic. The mind is being retrained for the new you. One thing I've started to use, yesterday I was meditating and stretching, and things that came up for me was my consciousness is rising, like individually, collectively, and body and mind and brain, they all need to catch up. And so, I was thinking, it's time for an upgrade. It's time for an upgrade. It's time for an upgrade, telling the mind, telling the ego, right? Because the ego is the fear programming. But we have a new programming. I like to call it love programming. So in this love programming matrix I am creating, how would my new ego react to situations, right? So I've been asking that question to myself. How would my ego look like in this new world, in this new programming? Maybe this ego is not fighting against my heart so much, right? And so because I'm working on my worthiness, if I know that I'm worthy, then I'm worthy of receiving this best version of my ego. Now, if I have this new ego that supports my heart desire and supports my mission instead of pulling me down constantly, what would that look like? How would that feel like for me? So, and that's an interesting question, because I noticed that, when you're just in a light-headed state and space, your ego need to be subsided, right? It's not the dominant force. But the ego is necessary because it allows us to survive in this world and finish chores and, take actions on it. But it's very important that this ego is also aligned with the heart. And so check in with yourself. But I notice when I'm in a light-headed state and my ego is not overreacting or overactivating, and I get to be in a state of, really observe, why am I acting certain things like this? Right? Why is my ego so programmed to fear, right? And those patterns affects my body. So as I'm relaxing into that state and then relax my body, I was thinking, it's time for an upgrade. It's time for an upgrade. Ego, move with me. Time for an upgrade. Mind, move with me. It's time for an upgrade. Because my mind likes to think about all the things, but then you need to be disciplined. My ego needs to be disciplined, and my mind needs to be disciplined, making sure they listen and prioritize my heart desire. Now, my body, I was feeling into my body, and I was thinking about yin, yang, and I felt like, my left side is my feminine side, and it's giving me a lot of clues. But it's almost like dragging me down. My masculine side wants to move forward, and my feminine side is pulling me back. And how much of the balance determines where I am, right? And I think this is not too good. Right? It's a balance of pushing and pulling. It's a masculine and feminine. Physically, I learned that at Human Garage, we have a stomach. Stomach is about desire, faith, taking actions and moving forward. Desire pushes us to take action. And then fear pulls us back. So when you look at the stomach is in the front and fear is in the back to support. So that's that balance that we need to think about. Am I going like this? Am I going like this? If I'm going too much like this, and then life pulls you back. And if I'm pulling like this too much, then, dwell on the same thing. So we got to change things up, moving forward and moving backwards, right? But then it's time for an upgrade. So if I have this pullback energy, and which I thought I connect that part connected to my feminine side. It's my mother's side. I was just rambling and thinking about all those things. And, my mom, every time I am trying to achieve a lot of things, and she will always sort of pull me down in a good way. she's like, don't worry, don't push too hard, you work too hard, you just relax, you know. You don't have to do so many things, you need to learn how to relax. And she will balance me out like that. But at the same time, I know that culturally, women are not really allowed to just go up forefront and do things, you know. Hi, probably namaste. So that energy, I felt like needs an upgrade, you know. Feminine energy balances masculine, right? When the masculine is like, I'm talking inside of myself. My energy is between masculine and feminine. My energy is like and the masculine and the feminine is trying to pull me in and trying to balance it out. But that relationship, I feel like in my body, it needs an upgrade. Because I think the last year what happened was I have this like sense of urgency that needs to get there and I'm gonna do it. And part of me is so scared. It's like, no, pull me back. That created a lot of tug of war inside of me. And I think that's the reason why I am where I am, having some tightness and keep showing up on my right hip, left hip, vice versa, and tightening everything. And especially I'm on the gut cleanse. I started to do 20-day gut cleanse with the supplement protocol because I think it's a yearly gut cleanse is necessary and beneficial for me. But since I'm already doing a lot of good things, it's not like I'm experiencing a huge change. However, it confirms me that what am I going through right now in my body is not necessarily a result of the food that I eat. You know what I mean? Like I'm already doing good things. And now I am working on my emotional pattern because that's the last bit of it, right? So I am today, on this day, I'm creating, setting the intention to set the powerful balance, upgraded balance of inside, like the balance of masculine and feminine inside of me. My masculine support my feminine and my feminine support the masculine. Instead of like push and pull, like pulling like this, it's more about that intertwined type of energy that works together. I've been talking a lot about, tapping into my divine feminine, and I want to be more magnetic. I don't want to try so hard, all of that. But at the end of it, both energies are so important. But this energy needs to have a beautiful dance rather than maybe one side goes up, one side goes up, right? Like, I don't think this is an old version. I've been talking about the old matrix that I was in. It's about this or this, one or the other, right? But I think we are going through Age of Aquarius. It's more about the flow. When the masculine dominates and lead, and when the feminine takes over and pull it in, and that is the constant flow of dance. It's not about, I think it's that in the upgraded version, this is how I visualize. It's not so much about, okay, today is masculine, wake up tomorrow is feminine. And that constant, the frequency of the shift is more frequent and consistent, stable. I can't really enunciate words today. It's very interesting. It's a mixture, the beautiful dance of masculine, feminine, working together as a team. And that's that peace inside of me. That's the inner peace inside of me. Both are important. Masculine honors feminine, feminine respect masculine. You know what I mean? I like to say that one more time. In my body, in my balance, my soul have both energies, masculine and feminine. They work together as a team. It's not about, it's not about this. It's about masculine respect feminine, and the feminine adores masculine, respect masculine, whatever words you use. But it's a constant flow. It's a constant, stable balance of intertwinedness, and that goes like that. So that's what I've been thinking. Just let it flow. as I'm going through this, with the gut cleanse, I just said like I haven't felt a lot of change, but sometimes you don't realize, right? So maybe one thing I noticed, okay, there's the things that I noticed. I'm calmer. My hormones are not being fired up so much, and I feel calmer. And it's kind of like something left my room. So now I don't know what to do with it. It's kind of like, you want to like do something, but it's like there's nothing to do. And I feel extremely calm in that sense. And I'm not rushing in fear. I don't have a lot of like urge to do something. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I am calmer. My hormones are not being fired up. And that's a very good place to be, because when you're in a stressful state, you're just firing up hormones. But what really fires up our inflammation in our body is at the end of it. I just read this post in the morning. I think hating yourself, not loving yourself is inflammatory. The most inflammatory things that you can do to your body. So loving yourself and feeling a lot of anti-inflammatory things in your body, right? Anti-inflammatory, maybe power kirk, little bit of power kirk. Loving yourself and not hating yourself is another anti-inflammatory things, because when you have more inflammation in your body, that what ages you. And that's what see what's happening in my word today, my brain. What ages us is anything that fires up the inflammation in your body, cause inflammation. And inflammation can be stress and anxiety, hating yourself, hating life, right? So take that all out. Like water, we're water, so we are water. I love myself. My life is beautiful. I take good foods. I nurture my body with high vibrational stuff. This is Alcoviva. Do you guys see the bubbles? Yeah. So these are hydrogen. This is powerful. It's Alcoviva hydrogen. Hydrogen is basically help you remove oxidative stress. And I love my water. Yeah. So whatever, it's about eliminating like as many factors as possible that inflame us, right? At the end of it, we all want to feel good, but if you have a lot of factors that contribute to inflammation, whether that's your food, your job, your relationship, then you are in a fight or flight state, and you're in a fear state, you're in a fear programming, then you are automatically in your masculine energy, because you need to drive up stress hormone to drive your car. That's your vehicle, that's your body. So that's when we're moving our body, moving through life with so much musculoskeletal system, like the physically you're moving, driving muscles and bones to move, but muscles are works to stop us, like a brake, right? Bones are like, it should be floating, and then it gives you a little bit of stability in our structures, but structure needs to be that a primary structure that supports our body should be fascia. So this fascia needs to be fluid and adaptive. So it's about the flow. It's bringing about more flow into your body and flow into your perception, your mind and ego, right? Every time you have the controlling thought because of fear, or every time you have this like, okay, old version of you try to do things, and it's like, okay, no, I don't do this anymore because I am so deserving. I know that I'm worthy, that it's time for an upgrade of my ego. It's time for an upgrade of my mind. In my new mind, I will act like this. So that's something to think about. Time for an upgrade. So now, yeah, new you is coming, and we're in this Capricorn season, and I will read more stuff. So just a second. I pressed the wrong button. Hope you guys are having a great morning. Still with your family, or even if you're not with anyone like me, that's okay. I think at the end of it, we all go through emotions and energy of the planet every single day. And yesterday was definitely a day where everyone was triggered. I have my own trigger. I didn't have outside circumstances to trigger me because I didn't have anybody else in my space. But definitely I shed some tears. Like it comes and goes, right? And I face what I'm getting good at is like really facing myself, facing my emotions. And I'm not so afraid. Like I think what we have to do is accepting all parts of ourselves. And when you look at the negative emotions without resisting, you just face them, feel them, and nurture them, and then try to shift them into a higher realm. How can you transmute that? You don't have to dwell on this. But first, in order for us to shift, we need to, as much as it's uncomfortable, anger, sadness, grief, fear, resentment, sorrow, all of that, like that deep, dark, dark secret of us, right? That maybe we were taught that it's not safe to hold them, but somehow we hold them because we didn't feel safe. So now those emotions, fear, anger, sadness, grief, whatever, shame, all those literally like that lower emotion needs, once were held in our body because they want to be acknowledged and felt. It's like, oh, emotions are valid. We need to use them as an inner guidance. So it just have that things. We don't have to like welcome them, but as they come, we need to invite them. We need to lean in and I just feel them. And it's like, okay, I see you. I love you. You're safe with me. I'm safe with you. What do you want me to see? And dance with that emotions, right? And then once you accept them or surrender, if you can't let them go, that's why we use affirmations, right? That's why we do fascial maneuvers. And it's like, I feel you, I see you, I no longer want to hold you in my body. I choose to let it go. And then once you try to let it go, maybe let go, you feel that release. Or sometimes like it's not safe, when you can't let go when body does not feel safe, period. So telling your body, hello body, thank you body, you're safe. Thank you body, you're safe. Let it go. Let it go. Move with me. I say that all the time to my painful area. And it's like, thank you, body. Thank you, body. I love you. I will never, stop taking care of you. I will always take care of you. Thank you, body. Thank you, pain. Thank you, anger, for teaching me my boundaries, right? And I feel it in. You're safe. But I affirm them. You are safe. You're safe. You're safe. You're safe. Let go. Let go. It's safe to let go. Let's move with me. Work with me. And it's time for an upgrade. Because I deserve an upgrade. Because I am worthy, right? To receive all that good stuff. I was definitely triggered yesterday too. Yeah. It was, I kind of warned it during the live, but that was the energy. Why were people triggered yesterday due to Christmas? It's not just a Christmas, it's the energy. It was a step 4 day yesterday. It was Aquarius day. I belong, law of attraction. And it was just that energy that needs, things did come up. So anything that being triggered is actually, it's not a bad thing, right? Because it's whatever comes up is break it to breakthrough. So especially on that Aquarius day, step 4. Yesterday was a step 4. And so every time that step 4 comes, Sears Joy, they say, break it to breakthrough. Things come up, you get triggered, and this is where the power is. What are you going to do about it? Are you ready to break the cycle right here, right now? Or if you react, then you're going to repeat the cycle. And then you get to try again when the energy come back. But if you can make a different change for yourself, when you get triggered, here you are, old friend, right? I see you. I'm not afraid of you anymore. I see you. I feel you. I love you. Accept you. Let's move with me. What do you want me to see? Right? But if you not have this level of self-awareness, everything starts within you, everything is a reflection of you. We tend to project that onto others. It's like, oh, I feel this way because you did this. And that's a human side, right? And it's like, I'm not a monk, I have that part of me. But the level of self-awareness, when you catch yourself, when you're about to project that onto others, it's like, pull that back in. And it's like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm feeling this way. Definitely this person was projecting onto me, but I'm also, there's a part of me that triggered by this projection. Does that make sense? So that's a level of self-awareness. You can get to that point by practicing, but we will get to that point. But on the base to get there, we need to be kind to ourselves. We need to love ourselves, and we need to know that we're enough and worthy and brave enough to face this part. Otherwise, we're just like, no, nothing wrong with me. You're bad. I'm good, then you will never grow. So it's about the energy. And yesterday was a break it to breakthrough. So whether you were surrounded by a great group of people or having so much fun, or even by yourself, the energy was there, right? So everyone feels it differently because we all have different energy inside of us. And the stuff that you worked on before, or stuff that you need to work on, all of that. But we all felt more or less, right? I'm starting to say that around my armpit, I am safe and I'm healed. What's wrong with your armpit, Ruby Singh? Does it get itchy or pain? Or that's interesting. Armpit, I feel like you can do that. What is that? I think it's could be kidney. I need to look at the Chinese medicine map, but yeah, definitely. Let me know do you feel itchy on your armpit, or what's going on with your armpit? Yeah. Okay, so let's read more. Today's step 5, I think, is the ruling state. Your mind is on overdrive, working to figure out what's not working. That's the obsession of the mind, to make problems and then try to fix them. This is why one must be aware of the other states of awareness in life. Is so you can turn to other parts of yourself for validation and understanding of what's processing in your mind. Today, your mind may be looking for problems with control, direction, or self-leadership. In other words, the mind may think to be lost or have its power in life broken. In the last 2 days, you may have lost motivation or direction inside of you. Today, the mind is looking for answers. In the larger scope of things, the mind is looking for power and control. High Decide Capricorn is the energy of direction and leadership. So whatever we're going through is the energy of direction and leadership. Your mind seeks a direction, especially when it comes to how to get in control of yourself and your life. And that brings us back to where we began. Yeah, direction is important, right? So your mind seeks a direction, especially when it comes to how to get in control over yourself and your life. And that brings us back to where we began. The mind has a problems that it wants to fix, but the answer is not in the mind. Yeah, I feel like it's like talking about Virgo people. People with Virgo energy. Virgo is a fixer, wants to fix everything, always in the mind, and they need to connect with the heart. That's a crucial error the mind always makes. It thinks it will find the answer inside of it, but the answer the mind seeks today is in your heart and feelings. In your heart and feelings. Today, your mind is looking for a better way to manage yourself. The answer is to ask your heart. Your heart will be the most loving, gentle, understanding to your soul's needs. Enlightenment is a use of love in the equation. That enlightened mind is one that thinks. The answer is found through logic and reason. Light is love. So you can't find enlightenment through logic and reason. Yeah, that's the logic and reason help us organize stuff, but this is not where the truth comes from, right? We need to get into our heart and feelings. I'll talk more about the two differences. I started to slowly figure that out. So use your feelings as a second tool to guard, gauge progress with yourself. The quality of love is felt, not rationalized. By remaining mindful of your feelings, you can gauge. Did I say right? Gauge how well you're performing with yourself. Sometimes I'm just like, my ESL, English as a second language, bear with me, is a GAUGE. What does it mean? Gauge. In each of your stories today, consult your heart for the best way to manage yourself. Train your mind how to use your heart for answers. Your mind is determining the emotional patterns and nurturing habits that weigh or depress your feelings. You're identifying the best mental approach and language to use when thinking about your feelings or communicating feelings to others. Make certain your heart believes in these new ideas and that you feel them to be true. You will come to understand how your thinking can negatively affect your health in the long run. Open your mind to a different approach with managing thoughts in the moment. Come up with a theory about how to think about health in the long run. At the end of it, how you think and the heart agrees or heart disagrees. That's the power, right? When the thought comes, and then when thought comes, and the feelings tell you what your heart thinks about, right? So when thought comes, maybe the energy comes, right? Energy of the planet comes, and then somehow trigger the mind, and it's like, okay, I'm thinking this way. What do you think, feeling? And then it's like the feeling agrees, happy. Okay, that's a good idea. And then consult with the heart, because at the end, this is the authority. That's the boss, right? Okay, think this way. What do you think, heart? Right? And the heart says, yes. And that's a yes. And you can take that path 100%. Whereas the thought comes, the feeling causes a negative feeling. It's like, okay, this gives me insecurity. What do you think, heart? Right? And then we need to determine, when you feel the negative emotion, is that coming from inner childhood wounds that I have? And do I need to nurture my inner child? That's why I'm feeling this way. Or I'm feeling this way because maybe this person is projecting, right? So this is where the practice needs to come from, needs to, happen. Is that from me or is that them, right? And how you can differentiate is, again, it's a self-awareness. And if you're in fight or flight, if you're so stressed, you can't think, you can't feel. You're just like, ah. So that's why it's very important to continue to manage your stress and clean up your environment, clean up your gut, so that you can maintain this self-awareness. That is enlightenment. Like enlightenment, are you connected with your heart beyond logic and beyond reason? So that's something that we're learning. Today's goal is to discover the perfect intellectual approach and attitude to take when managing the inner self. Another aspect of today's learning involves the language and attitude your mind takes with yourself. In order to get the best out of yourself, the mind must adopt a language and approach that is constructive to your well-being. This is where we need to upgrade. This is where I feel my mind needs to upgrade. Do your best to use language on yourself that brings the best out of you today. Happy thinking. I think that as my heart and feelings. So let's go back to, I found 2 bumps like little cyst. Oh, I see. I'm pretty sure you're doing like Power Kirk and Diamond Master's Earth. I would go, it might be hard to do that with one hand, but go around the cyst and I try to stretch the fascia. And I think the elbow torque really gonna help. And then when you just tap a little bit and see how you feel, it's more about, communicating with your body. It's like, thank you, body. Thank you for holding me, reminding me that I have this. And cyst is essentially, it's a compression of fascia too, right? So it's like, I see you. What do you want me to see? So communicate with your cyst. And then maybe I would do a lot of opening of like the kidney, gallbladder meridian right here, and the heart, and then this is lungs. And so, yeah, working on that. Is that your right side or left side? Yeah, lots of movement. I'm a Virgo and I want to fix everything. How do I change that in your heart and feelings? Oh, hi, Promi. I love that. Virgo being a fixer, I don't think you can really change because that's in nature. And a Virgo is about body and embodiment. And the beautiful things about Virgo is that they were super detail oriented, they were analysts, and they see things and they structurize and bring a lot of order into this earth. That's kind of their nature, and that's what they're good at it. The problem is when the Virgo sees the flaws, they get stuck. They don't really, unless you have a different energy and work on yourself or self-awareness. If your mind catches these flaws and details, right? And then you get stuck in the idea, you think that you have to change this and fix everything. But sometimes how you look at things is maybe not the great approach. Okay, you notice things, but in order for this to shift, maybe the way you approach to this is not maybe a good way. Maybe you need to look at these things and that, there's multiple perspectives. But because Virgo sees everything, they get very much like can be rigid with their approach, their direction, like their where they stand, and they think that this is a fixed thing, and you cannot fix. You know what I mean? Like it's like you get caught up with what is. You tend to get caught up with the reality that you see, but you need to know that the reality is actually very fluid. You know what I mean? So I think that Virgo is learning that, oh, okay, I get to be more fluid with this. I know this thing. That's my superpower. But how can I shift this in the most joyful way without controlling things? And overall, going to Age of Aquarius, we're in the Age of Aquarius. We're finding the more balance to ourselves inside. And so that's why things are coming up to get released, right? Thank you for this opportunity for me to finally let this go. And when you look at this astro chart, it's like a circle, right? Like I'm a Libra, my opposite sign is Aries. So I've been told that in the Age of Aquarius, Libras are going more towards Aries, more towards, being more, not egotistic, but the great things about Aries is that they initiate, they take action on it, right? Libra can be very like laid back like that, peaceful hippie, but now Libras are becoming more like Aries, and now Aries are becoming more like, it's like more relaxed. I don't need to be the one that always initiating. So Aries are becoming more like Libra. Same thing with Virgo. Virgo's opposite sign is Pisces. Pisces are intuitive sign of all. And it's like Pisces can be very emotional. Pisces can be it's like intuitive means intuition comes from beyond material things. So when the Virgo is so caught up with what is the reality, now this Virgo is becoming more like Pisces, where I can believe in this possibility. You know what I mean? So I think it's, in order to do that, just like you said, in your heart and feeling, tapping into literally, we have part of ourselves that ignore, and you don't even notice when we are ignoring some thought or feelings, and it just suppressing them. And it just becomes a pattern that you don't even catch it. So checking with yourself, checking with your body throughout the day. It's like, how I'm feeling. Am I in good balance, right? Am I taking care of myself? Okay, how's my emotion? How I'm feeling? And the feelings, I think it's a great way to check in with how you're feeling. It's checking with your body, because body exactly tells you what you're holding on. So I'm definitely feeling a lot of like energy here right now. And maybe that's the energy that I'm going through. And then I found myself in this life, like I've been like stumbling a little bit. So that's very interesting, right? So noticing that tension and the stuff that you're going through in your body. And it's just like, okay, what is this feeling? Ask your body, what are you teaching me? Thank you, body. It's time for an upgrade. I am safe with you. You are safe with me. What do you want me to see? And maybe you move your body. You maybe like shift your emotions, feelings to higher perspective by maybe doing some affirmation, all of that. So it's a practice, right? Because we want to get this right away, but that's not the case, unfortunately, because experiencing what you came here for. Left side, yeah, I would give a lot of attention at first, right? And move. But you can get someone to twist the arm and then just like bring back more flow around the cyst. Yeah. I'm focusing on tapping and maneuvers around the area. I so fear going out of my body. Like you feel like you're not fully in your body. Oh my god, yesterday I was running around the house and slumped by my left foot into a box. It's my femininity. As for more love. Yeah. You know, when those things happen and it's like you don't use that as a judgment, right? I mean, it depends on how you look at it at the moment, but it's like, my feminine side, my this and that. But I think those clues should be taken lightly, you know, like you know the sign and it's like you just laugh at yourself instead of pulling yourself down, pushing yourself down. It's like, okay, thank you for this reminder. Oh, maybe you curse, but thank you for this reminder. Choose to let go, right? Yeah, more love, more love. Feminine energy for me is allowing, surrendering, and slowing down and attracting, letting go. When our society is urging us to go the other way, and it's like, slow down. But I think it's not about one dimensional push and pull. What I see today is about more circular consciousness of flow, of femininity and masculine energy, that it's not like, okay, I support you, you go ahead. I support you, you go inwards. I think I like to achieve this type of like dance, right? The beautiful movement of intertwinedness of masculine and feminine. Masculine adores the feminine and feminine respect the masculine, right? And the value, acknowledging and working together as a group. And that's the inner peace and the inner balance that I'm strived to create. And this inner world of mine will be reflecting into the outer world. And that can be so beautiful in our romantic relationship to start, right? In a family relationship, you are so in beautifully this, that this becomes your reality outside. Yeah. I'm always scared about stuff happening. Like, what if it doesn't work out? Yeah. Well, that's a Gemini side too, right? And it's scary when you do something new. What if it doesn't work out? I think it's okay, it's safe for you to go through that, work through that, right? And then work through that emotions first, right? When the thought comes, I think it's like sometimes your heart says, okay, let's do this, right? Maybe that's, but you know, line of communication, line of channels in us, I think energy comes, or somebody says something and then your thought comes, right? Then you think about something and then there's an emotional reaction, our feelings, emotional reaction, feeling. And then when you feel fear about that thought instead of being excited about, and then so you have to look into this, right? Am I feeling this because I don't feel safe? Inner child is not feeling safe, or it's coming from my wounded part, right? And know that out of, yeah, and then you know that at the core of it, I am safe and protected. I am safe and protected. Please show me what I need to do. And then you need to feel it in. Maybe that negotiation between the heart and a feeling. Maybe that's when we need to think about maybe logic and a reason. It's good to, it's not just like following the heart, but it's like definitely weighing, think about a couple of things, weighing on factors, right? And then at the end of it, heart is the boss. So that's the Lionel channel. Think, feeling, and the heart. And the heart needs to be supported by your love, feeling, and belief, right? And the boundaries. So that's talking about step 0 to step 1, 2, 3, because that's all that is. You protect your self-worth. You protect your boundary structure. This is who I am at the core. So then if you have the good sense of safety, you get to explore. Your heart feels safe enough to open. And now when your heart is open, and now you feel, okay, this feels right for me. And then when your heart agrees, when your feeling says yes, yes. So I'm reversing the process now, but the heart says yes and the feeling says yes, yes. Now you believe. Do you believe? So you can use a word like, do you believe? Do I love this? Do you feel right doing this? Right? So then all of that needs to be processed. Since I've signed up for Serious Joy, I get messages throughout the day. And when I come across some messages that are so good for me, this is what I do. I screenshot the messages and put it in a folder, the album on my iPhone. And so I have this Serious Joy messages album. And sometimes I take a look at it. And it's a great way in which I did yesterday, and reminding myself what I'm good at, what I came here for, what I'm not so good at, because they will tell you. And one thing that came up yesterday and stuck in my mind was ignorance. Every time we make mistakes, or every time I suppress some emotions, and that was part of my trauma, and that I'm working through in this lifetime, is that I have suppressed some of the emotions, and that was my way of coping for a very long time, past life after past life, in order for me to survive in this world crisis. And the world crisis that I had to go through in the past, had to experience. And suppressing emotion is no longer a good coping mechanism anymore. So I need to catch when I'm noticing, when I try to suppress my feelings, and if I'm ignorant about it and I'm keep suppressing the part of myself until I cannot, and with that I will make mistakes because I don't take action based on the heart, and I will fail, or that will lead me to fail and make mistakes. So I thought that yesterday, okay, in order for me to overcome this ignorance of not acknowledging some of my emotions, and I just go by the day or say yes to things against my heart, I need to tap into my feelings, basically. I need to nurture all feelings at all costs and feel them in, and any negative feelings are welcome, but any negative feelings that I felt, I need to continue to nurture them, pay attention to them, and shifting into higher feelings. This is literally going higher. So that's something that I am working on. Yeah. You're dead on. Yeah, thank you. You're very welcome. So let's finish with picking up the cards. 2 cards popped up on this step 5 day. This is for collective and you and yourself. Let go of control and relax into flow. Life is happening to help you out, so just let go and relax into flow. Sometimes it's very hard. When you resist the reality of what is actually happening, you will miss the magic of the moment. Holding on to expectation of what you think should happen only limits you from finding freedom, fun, and flow in your life. When you surrender your control, fear, worry, doubts, and stress, you begin to activate the spiritual synchronicities that align with your soul's purpose. Surrender your control, fear, worry, doubts, and stress. Stop stressing about that should and supposed to. You're always where you are meant to be in divine timing. Drop the expectation and take my mom's advice. Let it go, Louis. Let go of fear, let go of worry, let go of anger, let go of guilt, let go of excuses, let go of comparison, let go of negative relationships, let go of resentment, let go of blame, let go of jealousy, let go of excess, let go of old beliefs and patterns. Self-love is about finding the balance between striving for your wildest dreams and relaxing during the in-between. When you let go of the old, you make room to receive the new you've been asking for. Take a deep breath and pause. Let go and relax. I let go and find myself in a magical flow of synchronicities. Yeah. Letting go. We can only get go. Won't only let go when we know we're safe to do so. So tell yourself when you're having a hard time to let go and to surrender, I am safe to do this. I am safe. I am taken care of. It's safe for me to let go and let it come to me in the most beautiful way, right? Because we tend to get stuck in one way. This gotta be the way. Right now, my ego does that, but I'm aware and stop myself. I am where I exactly need to be, and I deserve the best version of ego that supports my mission and align with my heart. Okay, so let go of control and flow. The other one is turn lemons into lessons. Life isn't always sweet, so turn the lemons into lessons. They say when life gives you lemons to make lemonade, it's not about what happens to you, rather how you handle it. Life can dish up some crazy shit, so it's important to know how to handle those moments when they arise. Step 1, breathe. Step 2, accept. Step 3, learn and grow. They say every cloud has a silver lining. Only with hindsight can you see the lessons clearly. Reflection is a powerful tool to help you find the learning lesson. However, it's not a reason to resent, relive, or repeat those events. Have you ever noticed how the lesson repeats itself with new people and experiences if we don't accept it? They say it's not the cards you are dealt. It's how you play the hand. If you pull this card, it's time to look for the opportunity to learn and grow from whatever situation you're going through right now. So it's all about how you look at things, continue to let go, surrender, and flow and move forward with courage. And we all know that. That's the energy. Let go and learn the lesson, right? When we get triggered, that's the opportunity, because you hold power. Okay, am I ready to let this go? Am I ready to learn this lesson? Or am I ready? I'm not ready, and so because I'm not ready and I'm so stressed out, I'm just going to project that onto other people and attack them instead of going inwards. And then you're going to repeat the cycle. But it's okay, right? That's part of the process. And sorry, I'm not ready yet. I'm just going to attack you right now. But then after that, or maybe the emotion just needs to be out, right? And it's like, whew, okay, what's safe for me to express that? But now it's time for me to go inwards. It's time for me to go inwards. I love myself. It's safe for me to speak up. So all of that, it's all the, whatever we do is a process of loving ourselves, loving myself all the way, and be kind to ourselves and know that this is the experience. Life is not just about experiencing all the joy. Life is all about just living and becoming and experience. So yeah, it's about duality. It's okay, you go through phases, and don't judge yourself. Reminiscing the good times, right? But it's, I think as we grow older, I was reading some things yesterday. I think for a lot of adults, Christmas used to be the magical time of year, but as we get older, maybe the people gets old, and our old elders gets old, and we're not going to celebrate like the Christmas like we used to, or how we felt, right? And there's a lot of nostalgic feeling and sadness excuse me, around that. And that's at the end, that's, we're using that as an excuse. But around this time, we're meant to be triggered, and whatever we're not facing throughout the year and we're facing it as the energy comes. So I think it's at the end of it, it's about just when as it comes, just thanking them. Thank you for this reminder. I'm no longer afraid of these emotions. I love you and you love me. And when you want me to see, what's the next logical step, loving step for me to move forward with courage. So I hope that helps. Let's rub our hands. Let's finish with some affirmations, because at the end of it, it's about reprogramming our body, our mind, our ego, and so that we can upgrade ourselves and believe that this new upgrade is a new us, new me, and so new you. And then we lock it. And so we don't go back to our old self. And the universe is gonna try until you really, really healed a part of you, part of me. And so thank you for this. And we get to try this. We're so blessed that we get to try this again, right? And we're so grateful for our resilience, right? Persistence and perseverance, all of that. Right hand on your heart, left hand on the top of your head. Feel the heartbeat. Let's reprogram our fascia, reprogram our mind, ego, all of that. And reprogram, override with good thoughts and positive thoughts. And that's all that is. And you practice enough that you lock that in your body, in your perception, and you never have to doubt yourself. So let's breathe through your mouth. 2, 3. Your nose. 2, 3. Just before affirmation, just feel your body and tell your body show me what it feels like to completely feel safe in your body. What is it like to completely feel safe in my body? Body needs to remember that feeling, right? Not in fight or flight, not in rush, not in a rush. Let's do affirmations. Hello brain, hello heart. Oh, not heart. Let's try again. Hello brain, hello mind, hello ego, hello body. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your work. I no longer need this excessive protection in my life. It's time for an upgrade. Move with me, with my soul's intention, and trust that you move and upgrade and align with my heart, with your heart. Hello heart, you are in charge. I'm listening to you. I'm following you. You're the boss. I listen to you. I honor you. I love you. I love myself. Life loves me. I love my life. I am lovable. I am kind. I am patient. I am compassionate. I am valuable. I trust myself. I am safe. I am protected. I am enough. I am worthy. I am so worthy that I can change my life. Today is a good day. I am abundant. I am provided. All is well. Only good things come my way. I am exactly where I need to be, and I make peace with myself, with where I am. And I'm excited for where I'm heading. I am at peace. I'm easy on myself. I love the speed of my progress. I flow very easily and effortlessly, and my body moves with me easily and effortlessly. I am still lovable, even when I make mistakes. I'm still lovable when I'm in fear. It's easy for me to shift my feelings. I am joyful. I take care of myself. All is well. Feel your body. Feel that flow in your mind. Feel the flow in your body, in your ego. Imagine they're all working together as one, and the boss is the heart. Lots of voices. There are voices from our heart, there are voices from our soul, there's voices from our mind, ego, and body, and the inner child. All of that needs to work together in harmony. What is it like to honor each other and have that perfect balance between our divine masculinity and divine femininity? You honor your soul. I honor my soul. And I'm here for a great purpose. You're here for a great purpose. I find peace in every moment. I'm exactly where I need to be. Let's do another 6 breath breathing. 2, 3. Your nose. 2, 3. I'm confident. I'm confident my body knows how to heal itself easily and effortlessly, right? I want to keep listening to you for hours of healing. Oh, that means a lot. I'm doing this for myself and wherever that come across and get to watch live or recording. I always post a recording. And yeah, I think this is a practice. I know that, I started this live probably in May. And since then, I feel a huge shift in me. And I think that's a result of showing up for myself. And I think at the end of it, showing up for yourself is the key, right? We're not perfect, and it's safe for us to make mistakes. But at the end of it, are you still being kind to yourself? Are you show more compassion with yourself? We are reversing 26,000 year, karma and this, trauma that we have, and we come out of this fear programming into that love programming. I like to use that word. Fear programming, that's the old matrix and the old pattern, old habit, into this new pattern called love programming. What it's like for your ego to react, respond, right? In this love programming that I am building. Love programming. So act as if I'm this ideal person in this ideal programming, right? Because at the end of it, mind is very much like automatic, like AI. We just need to pre-program. Nothing fixed. It's about the programming. But can we catch yourself when we notice the old programming, right? It's about, okay, I'm drop this programming because I like this. So, and you can only do that by loving yourself and honoring yourself and know that you are worthy of receiving this, right? So giving yourself permission to live the life you want to live. It's okay. And you're exactly where you need to be. And we go through full seasons, and throughout the year, just like that, we go through all kinds of seasons. Maybe this season is not so fun. And because it was not so fun, you dwell on it, and that season has been very long. And I will feel like that as an adult. But it doesn't have to be this way. That's the programming we were put and forced to. And we're coming out of that. It's like, no, I don't want to feel like this anymore. And so I am coming out of this. So there's a lot of power in that. And we need to give ourselves permission to live in this new programming. We can do that because we're so worthy and we know we're valuable. It's our birthright to feel worthy of receiving this. So I hope that resonate with you. And it's got a lot of long. It's a little longer than usual. But thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate you guys. Send you guys so much love as usual. And I appreciate you for just listening. Thank you, Ikue. That was so beautiful. Hope you have a loving and relaxing day. Thank you for reading. Thank you. I'm sending you so much love. And sending you love to your armpit. Your armpit needs the love, This go through a lot of things. Oh, also armpit, I just remember. It's to do with the worries, spleen. Yeah, it just came. So worries. If you are worrying about a lot of things, it changes the smell of the armpit, right? So you can do the spleen. This helps you cleanse your blood and release that worries. So yeah, there's nothing to worry about. It's okay to worry, but just like rub yourself, like hug yourself, hug your worries. It's like, you are safe with me, I am safe with you, let's move together so we can shift, right? Yeah, she takes the love. I love it. Okay, bye everyone. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.